$8 worth of game. It's your man Yusuf. Like the channel and subscribe, man. Man, let me tell you something. KATT Williams, he definitely was on fire this week, man. He definitely was on fire. He definitely was on point, and he definitely was telling the truth, man. You know what I mean? I heard a lot of reactions to that KATT Williams thing, man. And, you know, for the most part, I agree with it all. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to being on the side of KATT. You know what I mean? KATT been saying this stuff for years, man. And people just turn a blind eye to it because, you know, people was talking about he was on drugs and all that. People was talking about he bitter, he mad about what Kevin Hart got. You know what? You know, sometimes men, particularly men that don't covet the things that other men have, they able to stand on business all the time, man. You know, I even experienced that kind of thing in my own life, man. Like, one of my favorite sayings is, what another man eat don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying? What another man eat don't make me shit. I'm happy for my brothers when they attain good, when they get the accolades, when they get riches. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of rich dudes. I know a lot of dudes that get money. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at none of them. You know what I mean? I stay in my lane and I do my own thing, you know, to the best of my capabilities. And even sometimes dudes have benefited off of my ideas. You know what I mean? Because I wasn't able to put that idea into play or execute it, or I wasn't able to get the means to follow up on that idea or whatever, what have you. But I was never afraid of putting that idea out into the world because I understood that, you know what I mean, my brother's success is my success. You know what I mean? I get to see my brother shine, man. And a lot of people don't have that type of mentality, man. And this is why they say, you know, black people are like crabs in a barrel. You know what I'm saying? The Negro is like crabs in a barrel. You know what I mean? I'm trying to get away from using that word black people because we're not actually black. When you go back to the books of antiquity, when you go back to looking at what they used to call us in France and Britain and all that, you know what I mean? We always been the Negro. You know what I'm saying? And people understand that those Negroes came from sub-Saharan Africa, that those Negroes ruled ancient Egypt, that those Negroes did great things in the world. People understood what the Negro is and who he is and what he is. But I digress, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of these Negroes, you know what I'm saying, don't understand that what another man do, what another man eat, don't make you shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, when you live your life like that, you can stand on business all the time. You can stand on business all the time, man. You can stand up in boardrooms. You can stand up against people of power. You can stand up against people who got bread. You know what I mean? And say what you feel, say what it is, and don't give a goddamn. You know what I'm saying? I've been in them circles. I've been in corporate America where I was on the rise. I was one of the youngest to do this, that, or the third. You know what I mean? And I got those accolades, and the powers that be came down. They came down to see me. Yo, we think it's time to take your boots off and shave your beard. What you mean? This is me. This is what got me where I am right now. Well, if you want to progress further, you know, certain things that you got to do, or certain people that you got to be around, and we don't think this is the proper presentation, you know, of this company. You know what I'm saying? You know what I did? I said, well, the hell with this company. I'm going to go find me a new gig tomorrow. And that's what I did. I went and find a new gig tomorrow because no one going to pigeonhole me and put me in the corner and tell me what I can and what I can't do. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm operating in the, as long as my operation is running according to your manuals, according to your books that you laid down, why you sweating? You know what I'm saying? Why are you sweating? You know what I mean? When you told me that I wasn't going to make a profit for 2 years, and I turned around like I told you, that like my projections told you that I put out there, that I was going to make profit within 6 months. And I went and did that. I went and did my job. You know what I'm saying? But because I don't fit your mold of what you want me to be, you want to come and close my stores down. You want to come and shift me around. You want to demote me and put me in a lower position under somebody who's inferior to not only my intellect, but my work ethic. So nah, I got to get the hell up out of here. I'm gone. You know what I mean? I probably had a lawsuit or whatever. But, you know, I wasn't thinking in that, you know, in that mode. Like, I'm not here to sue nobody. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Because I'm going to attain my wealth somewhere else. I'm going to attain my come up somewhere else. And that happened to move me into transitioning into a different field of work. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't need nobody. I don't need another man. I don't need to be jealous of another man. I don't need to try to cut another man's feet off. You know what I mean? I'm going to let him run his game the way he run his game. I'm going to run my game the way I run my game. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing when it comes to my personal relationships with my women, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? No one woman going to be able to dictate to me how or what I should do or when I should do this, that, or third. Or what do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I should have did this. I should have did that. Now, I'm going to do it in my own time frame when I'm ready to do it. You don't run me. I'm saying I'm not here to bow down to your every woman, your every need. Hell no. You know what I mean? If you don't like what I'm saying or what I'm doing, then go do it on your own. You gonna ride with me or you gonna ride without me? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I'm rocking. You know what I mean? And KATT Williams is in that mode, man. Real recognize real, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to KATT Williams. You know what I mean? Shout out to KATT Williams. When he said what he said, you know, what intrigued me more than anything, one of the things that intrigued me about KATT is that he had the gall, he had the cojones to tell his father, yo, I'm out at 13. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I didn't do that against my father, but I did it against my mother, man. When I left home when I was 15. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, it just get to a point where there's nothing that we're going to agree on. There's nothing that you're going to be able to tell me. There's nothing, you know, for me, I just felt like I was a burden to my mom. She had my little sister to worry about. She didn't need to worry about me, so I'm going to go out and do me. You know what I'm saying? KATT was in the mode of him and his pop was bumping heads. And you know what? Before I hurt my pop, before my pop hurt me, I respect him and I love him that much that I'm going to be out. And that's a real man. That's a real man. He was staying on business at the age of puberty, 13. You know what I mean? KATT was staying on business. He said, look, I'm out. I got $2,500 saved up from all the lawn cutting and mowing the lawns and all that. I'm out. All my snow shoveling money, I'm out. You know what I mean? And that was the biggest part for me in the video. Like, yo, this young boy went across the country at the age of 13 and made a way for himself like he was a fucking immigrant. Made a way for himself and became, because of, listen, sometimes, man, mental fortitude is all you need to get through life. You know what I mean? KATT said, look, I'm going to take every opportunity that comes to me. I'm going to create my own damn opportunities. And I'm going to be all right. You know what I mean? I'm going to be all right. He knew he was going to be somebody. Whether he was going to be a millionaire or not, it didn't even matter. He knew that he was going to be all right. He knew that he was going to be somebody. He knew that he was going to create an opportunity to do something where he was going to be able to sustain himself. And he did it, man. And he did it from a young age. You understand what I'm saying? KATT stood on business at a young age. A lot of you niggas, a lot of you Negroes in your 40s and 50s and can't stand on business. That man was 13 standing on business. He would have actually been a son that I would have been proud to have. Any of my sons go out there and do it like that. Actually, one of my sons did go out there and do it like that. He ran away from home. You know what I mean? He moved in with his mom. His mom kicked him out a year later. He was 17. You know what I mean? He learned how to cut hair. He rented a room. He didn't want to come back home to me. You know what I'm saying? And he stood on business and he created a lane for himself. And he has a little family and all that now. And he, to me, in my eyes, he's a success. He's not what I wanted him to be, but he what he can be. You know what I mean? He's his own man. He doing his own thing. He ain't got to answer to nobody. And to me, I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to one of my sons, I'm proud of that. You know what I mean? Any of my sons that stand on business and do their thing, he was the first one to do it at a young age. You know what I mean? All my kids are productive members of society, doing their own thing, living how they want to live, being productive people, not harming nobody, taking care of their own business. You know what I mean? And those that know me know I got 13 kids, 5 grown, you know what I'm saying? Well, 6 grown, 7, you know, left in the crib. You know what I mean? I raised all my kids. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, KATT stood on business, man. KATT stood on business. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I messed with him for that, man. I messed with him for that. He shook the tree and let all the apples fall. You know what I'm saying? Let the apples fall where they may. He shook that tree, shaking all these apples out. I'm eating all this. He was like Pac-Man out there, eating them apples. You know what I mean? KATT was sitting at the table, munching. You know what I'm saying? He was there munching, man. Cutting them down one by one. And guess what? In all of their responses, nobody said he was a liar. Nobody said KATT talking that bullshit. When I see him, I'm gonna smack him in his mouth. Nobody had nothing to say to that dude. They ain't had nothing to say to KATT. KATT stood on business because he wasn't lying. Even if he perceived it a certain way, that's the perception through his eyes, and his perception was closer to the truth than what them dudes was talking about. See what I'm saying? His perception was closer to the truth than what anybody was talking about. Because a lot of times, your perception can be different from mine. And because of that, we got a difference of opinion and we bumping heads. You know what I mean? They ain't really bumped heads with KATT. That means his perception of what happened, what was going on, was closer to the truth than what theirs were. You know what I mean? That's why he could rebut them so effectively. You know what I mean? That's why he could rebut them with no grievance. You know what I mean? It was no real pauses in his story. It was no real head turning, like, you know, looking away from the camera. He was looking into the camera and saying, nigga, you bullshitting. This would happen. You know what I'm saying? Standing on business. You know what I mean? That's when you know you your own man. Nobody control you. Nobody control your words. Nobody control your moves. Nobody control your actions. You know what I mean? You just stand on what you standing on. To hell with who don't like it. You know what I mean? He not saying Kevin Hart not talented. He never said that. You know what I mean? He just saying, listen, a lot of those roles that Kevin Hart have done, they came to me, and for whatever reason, I didn't want those roles. I didn't want those parts because they was compromising my manhood or my integrity or my beliefs. And I'm not going to do something that I don't believe in. Now, that might have worked out for Kev. Kev may have gotten 10 movie roles out of the deal because he wasn't worried about if it was compromising his integrity or his manhood or his dignity. He just looking at he getting the bag. And a lot of people can't be mad at Kev for that. You know what I'm saying? He just going to get the bag by whatever means necessary. Some people will sell their soul. It's kind of like, you know, you got that homie that hang around you. You know what I mean? The homie hang around you and he admiring and he crushing on the beautiful woman that be in your midst, but that woman ain't no real big deal to you because you got plenty of women like that. But he go behind your back and try to tell all your business in hopes of possibly winning her over, getting her favor. And because of that, she may even slide on you, or he may be able to worm his way in there. You know what I'm saying? But when you find out about it, instead of you going crazy about it, you say, man, go ahead. You know what I mean? Go ahead, homie. You got it. You know what I mean? I got plenty of bitches like that. I got plenty of chicks like that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, you got it. You work it out. know what I mean? That's real player. You know what I mean? And now you look at your homie different and you hold him over here from a distance. You don't even allow him in your vicinity no more, but you ain't mad at him. But you know you can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? And that's where KATT and Kevin Hart is at. You know what I mean? Little homie, I realized that you'll do anything for $1. So me and you can't really be in the same room. We can't sit together and drink coffee. Feel me? We can't sit together and drink coffee. We can't be homies because your integrity is not like mine. You ain't like me. You ain't even close to me. And I'ma still keep winning out here. I'ma do this 100 shows a year and make my money and be happy with what I'm doing and make my deal with Netflix and make my deals and my endorsements with whoever, and I'm okay. I'm okay with 20 million. I don't need 100 million. See, that's what KATT's saying. You know what I mean? That's what KATT's saying right there. I'm cool with 10 million. I don't need 100. Even with 10 million, I'm set for the rest of my life because I'm smart with this bread. See what I'm saying? I don't need 100 million. I don't need 150 million. I don't need 200 million. I'm cool in my lane. Because I stood on business. I stood on integrity. I stood on respect. Self-respect. You know what I'm saying? I'm something my mama could be proud of. And my whole family. And I could be an example to all my children. See what I'm saying? That's what KATT did. That's what KATT let me know. You know what I mean? Forget all the gossiping. You know what I mean? That's what you guys running to look at. We gotta look at the bigger lessons inside. You know what I'm saying? We gotta look at the bigger lessons inside, guys. Man, it's your man Yusuf, $1 billion worth of game. And just to let y'all know, man, I'm actually gonna be changing the name of my channel, man, from $1 billion worth of game, man, to the McNair way. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be changing our channel to the McNair way, man. You know what I mean? Because there's a certain way that we move and we operate, you know what I mean, as a family. And, you know, we're going to press upon the people our beliefs and how we do things. You know what I'm saying? You know, shout out to the boy Gilly and Wallow. You know what I'm saying? $1 million worth of game. You know what I mean? I love y'all show. I watch it all the time, man. I'm not trying to infringe on, you know, what y'all doing, man. $1 billion worth of game, man. I just, you know, I just felt like that's what I had. That's what I had to get to people. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But I love y'all dudes. I love my dude Angry Man. I love my dude Anton Daniels. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the boy Kevin Samuels. Shout out to the coach. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man AM. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to them dudes. You know what I mean? I've been watching y'all content for years. You know what I mean? I'm going to keep watching y'all. You know what I mean? I love y'all. Keep doing y'all thing, man. It's the boy Yusuf. I'm out.